Welcome to the basement. I'm Hannibal. These are my thoughts. Yeah, we out here getting it in, but it is what it is. And so for those who have been paying attention, said something, no, I haven't been posting while exercising with reason. I have not been able to. But we still gonna keep it moving. See, sometimes less is more. So sometimes not pushing is pushing. And I'll be a little transparent. Been dealing with a couple of injuries, hamstring, nerve thing, that has actually been going on for about a year now. And it got progressively worse to the point to where I literally had to get my ass somewhere and sit down. Have not been able to run, gotta walk. Haven't been able to sprint, gotta stride. Haven't been able to ride, just sit on the bike and spin on the trainer. And not too hard at that. And then on top of that, then recently end up dealing with some torn retina issues. No, I don't know how it happened. I can tell you about when it happened, pretty much to the exact time. I know how it didn't happen, but I do know that it happened. And so that's led to a couple of eye surgeries as well. So, it's a little odd having to shift gears. Well, not even shift gears, but having to downshift and just kind of stay there. And not just in terms of riding the bike or running, but just in terms of just what we do. So, I'm gonna go back and say, sometimes not pushing it is still pushing it, because that's where you need to be at that point. And it's taken me some time to make that adjustment. Probably a little too much time, like I said. Been going on for right at about a year now, and just perpetually gotten worse. And me, being me, said, it'll go away, be more therapeutic, etc., etc. Sometimes we got to listen a little bit more than we usually do. I try to pay attention to myself, my body, etc., and act accordingly. Sometimes acting accordingly is pushing through. And for me, that is my default. But we got to understand that sometimes pushing through is not necessarily pushing through at the normal default level. So when you're out with people, working out, lifestyle, whatever it is you do, don't get duped into thinking that because they don't think you're at your optimum level, that you're not. Because sometimes your optimum level has to come down a little bit in order to get back up to your optimum level. It's called recuperation, rehabilitation, refreshing. Sometimes you got to take a beat and regroup, because we get mentally drained. We get spiritually drained. We get emotionally drained. We just get drained. And if nobody's pouring into that, because when you do and give, people have a tendency, by default, and not necessarily maliciously or with ill intent or even with greed intent, it's just because you're that person, people will continue to take or accept from you. Because if you give, of course, people are going to accept. So I'm not going to say take, because take denotes a negative connotation. So I'm just going to say accept. And so when you are giving, even if it's to yourself, by giving, you're putting out. Okay? because you want to acclimate, change, accelerate. So you're putting out, and your body, your mind, your spirit, your emotions are allowing you to continue to put out because it's still in the tank. And you think you're getting there, you can do it. Yeah, you're making progress, but you're steadily draining that tank until you hit E. And then there's no reserve tank because you've used it all up. So your body, your mind, your spirit says, boom, that's it, I'm done for now. And then you got to shut down. Now, sometimes that's a physical thing. Sometimes, like I said, it's mental, spiritual, emotional. And then once you shut down, now you got to start up again. And once you start up, then you got to find a way to open up, gear up. And you can't just go from 0 to 100 just like that. I mean, you can try, but what you'll do is end up breaking something because you're stressing it more than it's used to be stressed. So, you know, it's like right now, I can't keep 17 mile per hour cruise pace. And I'm not going to try for a 20 mile per hour pace. Not going to do it right now. Right now, we're working with 12, 14, 15 miles an hour. Not even 15, maybe 14. That's what it is. And that's my push today. Because I'm not pushing so that I can push. And those of you that are pushed out, I invite you to gear down with me in whatever aspect that may be. And come on, let's not push it together. Only for a moment. Until we get back to where we can push it. Then we'll take it back up. But right now, we're in chill mode. And we're good with it, right? Right. So come on. Chill with me. We got this. Thoughts from the basement.